Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Squat Cobbler. Before we even get started today, I'm going to have to say, Kelly, you were totally right. Dick pics do look weird with that Disney Face app. I am Dr. Mike at Official Pagan on every. You know what? I'm not even going to use my social media. I'm going to do something that's very unlike me today, sir. I'm going to do a little bit of a plug for something that I might be involved in just because I'm so excited. You guys should go and check out the Rust Belt. We're about to hit 1,000,000 streams after
Awesome.
3 songs in 6 months. So that's pretty exciting stuff. So go get us over 1,000,000 streams. We're very excited. And joining me as always.
Well, it's a pleasure to be on the Mike Belinsky show as a guest. I appreciate it. Hear more about all things Mike. So looking forward to it. I am not Mike. I am only Kelly at KELLYTHUL on Twitter and Instagram.
But I see some shameless plugging creeping up behind you there, though, sir.
That's marketing, my friend. That's marketing. Gotta get your Bog Panda t-shirt, folks. Available in the Bog Panda store. It's always now. A link to it's in the description of all the videos. So easy to get to. Highly affordable. $10 for the dudes, $19 for the $18 for the ladies, because Mike and I are just thoughtful. And that's the way the pricing works out. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Maybe $20 for the guys?
What did I say?
10.
I did?
Yeah, this isn't the discount show.
Oh, wow. Wow. So we'll just maybe chop some of that out. $20 for the men, 19 for the women.
I'd shoot higher and then put the just today sale price of $20
down to 20. Yeah, but $20 for a t-shirt's not so bad. These are good quality.
Normally 50.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, phew. Well, I was off balance from the beginning, but congratulations on the streams. That's awesome.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we're pretty excited. I mean, that's not like a gigantic number, but it's crazy for like we just started this. So
that's all right. That is super good. And so we will again include links to the Rust Belt YouTube channel in the description as well, so you can go check out. You really need to, folks. It's awesome stuff. Good stuff. Thanks to Bex.
Kelly and Vanilla Ice are on the same page with this. So
right, as we often are, you know. So.
But today we're here to talk about some retro gaming, and I think we both got some special deliveries this week, sir.
We both
in our inbox, not in our mailbox.
Okay.
Not like physical mail. I mean,
no, email,
digital special deliveries. Sorry if that wasn't clear.
I thought you were going in code some way.
Physical items.
I just like, yeah, you got it in the inbox. I didn't know where you were going with that. So,
Sarah, get your mind out of the gutter. This is a clean, wholesome family show.
Yes, Mike. We both received emails this week from AtGames.
Yes. Now, before we even get into the content of our emails, because I believe they're going to be slightly different. These are related to different products. So this is sort of a follow-up episode to our Owners Day spectacular that we had done. So both you and I had made some purchases on Owners Day. I don't know about you, but there's been absolute radio silence since my Owners Day purchase. Just recently, sent a couple of emails at AtGames like, hey, is this still a thing? Is this still happening? If it's canceled, do I get my deposit back? Once again, amazing, top-notch customer service on their end. Absolutely no response. Once again. So I like AtGames products. Garbage customer service is pretty much what I'm starting to get used to, unfortunately, from the arcade space. Between Arcade 1UP and AtGames, you guys are terrible at customer service, both of you. Great products. I'm going to continue to be a patron of both of you. Please just respond to people's emails. Do the bare minimum job of customer service, especially AtGames. At least Arcade 1UP responds and takes 6 months to get it fixed. AtGames, this is twice now, no response at all from them until something just magically happens.
Yeah, and I'm gonna assume. Well, I don't know for Arcade 1UP because, and while we've been seeking their financials and they haven't leaked out yet, like certain taxes have, but I think AtGames is a bigger operation overall. They've been going for a while longer, and there's just kind of more horsepower behind. Arcade 1UP is a bigger venture. I think AtGames is a smaller run thing, and so I just think they got a couple things that got popular. And what started out in the early
It's just
days
like
is
one dude in his garage, like, I
yeah,
can't keep up.
he could totally handle it, And the Legends Ultimate came out, and he could still handle it for a little while. And I had some, and we did a show on it. I had some very good customer service when I had a spanner board go out on my Legends Ultimate, and that got turned around nice and quick, and pretty good response time on it. But I just think once they grow beyond the one guy in the garage customer service for AtGames, I think they're in big trouble. And we've seen that now a lot. And then I'm
Yeah, and
assuming
this isn't just me saying this, like Kelly's kind of alluding to. Like, I'm seeing a lot of complaints about stuff online, and it's not the quality of the products. It's just communication and people having, especially with Legends Pinball, there's been a lot of delays with things. So
yeah, not a minimal investment to kind of be going, well, maybe
no, yeah.
maybe it's going to show.
And I'm not picking sides here. Arcade 1UP is just as bad. They at least responded when I sent them emails. I got prompt responses, not prompt handling of the situation, but they would respond right away every time. Like, oh yeah, we're working on that. And weeks later, hey guys, what's up? Oh yeah, we're working on that.
But you got an email from them finally.
I did. Yeah, I got excited when I saw it because I was like, oh great, they're responding to me. They're not. It's a sort of a boilerplate email thing like, hey, sorry, this is going to be delayed, which is cool because now we're a couple months after it was supposed to happen. So surprise, it's going to be delayed. So I don't know if you want to, do we want to read our emails or just kind of
why don't you go ahead and read yours?
Okay.
It'll be a little different situation for me, but we get there when we get there.
Okay. So thank you for your reservation of the Legends Ultimate Mini, and it gives a link. We wanted to update you about the production process and fulfillment. As previously stated, present worldwide logistical conditions have caused a manufacturing delay for many products, including the Legends Ultimate Mini. We expect you to receive a payment email at the end of September or early October 2021. Please rest assured that only after all reservation holders have been contacted will we make the Legends Ultimate Mini available for general purchase in mid-October. So that means there's only going to be a very limited quantity of these available if they're warning you ahead of time. Like, no, we'll make sure you get one of these 5 we're going to get in. Retailers will be announced shortly. And then there's a little bit more as an apology for this delay. All reservation holders and for our patients, we'll be upgrading our Legends Ultimate Mini purchase to include Zachariah Table Volume 126 pinball tables. Am I pronouncing that right? Is that Zachariah?
I thought it was Zachariah, but
Zachariah, thank you. I was like, that doesn't look right. Zachariah, whatever it is. There's a pinball Volume 126 pinball tables that are going to be thrown in as a, hey, sorry, it's 8 months late kind of thing. And again, that's only when I can purchase it. There's no promise of when that would actually be shipped or delivered, which I did notice.
Yeah, so I'm continuing to kick myself that I did not take advantage of ordering a Legends Mini as well, because Mike and I have talked a little bit that I had kind of the idea to say, well, maybe I don't order AtGames pinball, but I take the Mini, I take some of the available pinball I got, and I kind of build my own. Thought that'd been kind of a fun project, but didn't go that way. I just went with the controller. I'm not going to read my email because my email has a lot of the same things. Worldwide shortage, it's a problem. My date's a little better. It's August is when they say that they're going to actually begin to fulfill. And I do think they're saying, hey, if you were one of these reservation people, we're taking care of you before we just make it available off the site. So I'm hoping that's what they mean by there. I'm not sure they said sorry about the wait, and there's nothing. So it is, hey, August, look forward to it. We'll want your money then, the rest of your money then. So now, granted, it's a different ticket item. I mean, you're getting a Legends Mini and I'm getting a controller, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, nothing for the angst and pressure for those controller orders. We're just, but at least they gave us an update. So
Yeah, no, at least it's something. Now, had you tried to reach out at all, or were you just patiently waiting for
uh,
this?
patient might be a strong word, but I said, I'm getting by with what I got. I said, it'll be really cool when it shows up. Sure hope they haven't forgotten, but I hadn't followed up. If I had a little more horsepower coming like you did with the Mini, I probably would have been checking in a little more often. But this is just a controller. It was going to be cool when I got it, and maybe that'll be in August. So we'll see.
Yeah, I was starting to get a little frustrated only because I'm fine with being paid. I understand. I ship a ton of stuff out to people myself. I get that all these things are going on, and even when they're not, there's all kinds of logistical issues to deal with that kind of stuff. Totally cool with that. I'm fine with being patient. We're going to be rearranging the game room shortly, and it's not going to be the permanent configuration, but it's going to be that way for a while. The way that it gets set shortly, because we're having a lot of other work done down on this level of the house. So nothing else is going to be happening in the game room once the next couple of cabinets come in. So the way it's going to be set is kind of the way it's going to be set for probably a year or so before we can think about knocking out a wall and getting some bigger stuff in there. So for a while, this is the way it's going to be. So I kind of needed to know space wise, okay, this is what I'm doing, and this is going to kind of stay fixed there for a while. Plus, there's been some big expenses that have popped up recently. I had to get a surgery. We had a bunch of car issues. So I'm not going to be able to just buy an arcade machine on a whim for a little bit. So it was like, okay, is this happening, or am I going to look for something else? Because there was, as I expressed on the show before, I'm very, very interested in the Midway legacy cabinet, although there's been some major complaints about those units that have shipped. So that's why I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. Similar complaints to the Capcom edition of it as well,
Oh,
which
really?
those two were pretty much guarantees for me. So, but those complaints are a big problem for me. Basically the biggest complaint, and what actually kept me from purchasing an arcade one up in their initial run, that the first wave of cabinets that they didn't have any protector over the joystick panel. So very quickly people were getting stains on there, scratches, and over time you're wearing off the artwork. Ever since then, they've come with the protector plate for the top of it, including all the ones that I have, and that's fine. And there's no issues with it, just like in a real arcade. You have that plastic panel over the top of it. What they did, though, and this looks like the new form factor that Arcade One Up is adopting from this point forward, because if you look at the mock-ups of a lot of the other cabinets that are coming, including Killer Instinct, which is a consideration one for me, they have this weird ridge that comes up at the side of the joystick panel. So one of the first complaints was it makes it awkward because you have to kind of squeeze in a little bit with people now, instead of like, one of the things that I liked about Arcade One Up was it's, while it's scaled down to 3/4 size, you can fit two grown men there playing with no issues. There's no problems. You're not, banging into each other or anything like that. Playing with the kids, we've had 4 players at Ninja Turtles, no issues. As many as 3 adults, I think, at the same time, and 1 kid, no problems. With this ridge, you got to kind of angle in towards each other, so that's not great.
No.
But more importantly, the ridge isn't protected by the plastic. So within a month or two of people getting these cabinets, the artwork is coming off of the sides because they're rubbing against that ridge part. So that's not good.
No.
Some people have also complained about the angle of the monitor in there. I'm not sure how big of an issue that is, or if maybe they don't have, like, it is a noticeable thing, and I could probably provide some pictures for you to include in this. So the Mortal Kombat cabinet, the monitor, it's not completely straight, but it's a straighter kind of, whereas Ninja Turtles and Star Wars are at a much deeper angle, the way a more traditional arcade cabinet would be. Those are also larger cabinets, so I think that might be a part of it as well. So there's been some complaints about the angle. I don't know if that's just because, like, I don't know if it's a more severe angle than the original Mortal Kombat cabinet was, or if they're just used to the slightly larger cabinets where you get that more recessed monitor with them. That I don't know until I see it. So that's something that's had me on the fence. And then they announced recently, are you a Street Fighter guy at all?
Oh yeah, Yeah,
there was a variation of the Street Fighter 2 cabinet that people call Big Blue. It was gigantic and blue, as the name suggests.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a home version of Big Blue. And even at 3/4 scale down, this is much bigger than the typical arcade 1-up or AtGames Legends size. So, and that's also going to come with 12 games, but 12 different games than the other Capcom cabinet, or slightly different games, I should say. There's a bunch of Street Fighter games on it, obviously, but some slightly different games. So I might be leaning towards that instead of the Capcom Legacy cabinet then, if that's the case, because this doesn't have that crazy ridge, because it's a much larger cabinet.
Yeah, but if you get a chance, go ahead and shoot me a couple photos of the Mortal Kombat angle and one of the other ones as well.
Yeah,
we'll include that somewhere. We'll drop these in the video as we're talking about it, so that'll be a good addition.
Yeah, and again, I haven't played it, so I don't know if it's any more extreme than the actual Mortal Kombat cabinet that I have, but it is something to take into consideration. And now with Big Blue coming out, that's another, while it's not as wide as Ninja Turtles, it is taking up more floor space clearly than, you know, anything else that I have in there. They haven't released dimensions for it, but the side panel is 2 pieces and a riser. So you have the riser and then 2 pieces to make up the side panels. So obviously significantly taller than the other cabinets. Yeah. So I need to start taking measurements and thinking of what's coming in right now, because it'll be that way for a little while. So I really was getting, you know, anxious about like, okay, is this AtGames thing happening? So I wasn't enthusiastic about these emails. Now we're waiting until October. So I'm going to have to measure out a spot essentially for this to be and nothing be there. So, but you know, I'm not going to cancel my order. It does have the option to do that on there, to cancel the order. I'm not going to do that. I do appreciate that they're including that pinball pack with it. Yeah. I'm not familiar with that company at all, but you know, more pinball is great either way.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got, I mean, so there's several, I mean, it's the primary package that they're running through for the pinball offerings on AtGames. Okay. And it's, I think you're going to be happy. I think you're going to enjoy them. It's going to be good gameplay once you get your device. So.
Once it comes. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. Like I mentioned, I mean, it says I'll be able to make my purchase in September, October. It doesn't say anything about shipping. So as far as I know, those are not close together dates.
Yep. Yeah. Who knows right now? Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But so we'll keep you posted, folks, on the progress of my controller, Mike's Mini, other treasures they throw his way for his pain and suffering as they continue to ignore me crying in the corner. But that's okay. I'm not bitter at games. That's fine. So I think on that note, we'll wrap it up for this week, but we will keep you posted. Maybe you should go buy a t-shirt now. Seems like a good thing to do at the end of a show. Or if you're not going to do that, you ought to at least subscribe. You know, turn on notifications.
That,
I do not believe so. So, hey, we really would appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe and turn on notifications for future updates. So anything else for this week, sir?
Yep, I think that's it.
Okay, great. Thanks for watching, folks.
Thanks, everybody.